A bit more opaque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure.
You're speeding over here.
Okay. We're
Okay,
speeding.
we're rolling.
Okay. Well, you portray a very ambitious yet ultimately beleaguered young lawyer in Devil's Advocate, and I'm wondering. Well, it's no secret that your boss is Satan himself.
Ah, you did it. I can't.
Those darn previews. They
Why
let out
did you
all-
do that? They don't say it, though. You
Yes,
just
they
said
do.
it. You just said it.
Well, he's the man down under. Let's call him that. Is it a film that had to happen, in your opinion, to show the law with such a satanic impulse behind it? I mean, is that how
I
you
think
feel?
that's only that's only one part of it, and I think what that part of the film is expressing is a kind of popular view of lawyers. You know, and this film's, you know, kind of talking about contract law. My aspect is criminal law, and it's just that aspect of you know, lawyers. They don't care what's really going on. They're just, you know, in there for the money, or they're in it for the and. You know, so it's this. It kind of puts out that sentiment, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of popular sentiment about lawyers and lawyers. But it's a wonderful place to as a relationship to talk about someone who has ethics and ethical obligation in terms of my character being a defense attorney, and your personal human morality, and how they can conflict, and then what do you decide? And that's where they're using it.
Now, there are lawyers out there who say, even if I know this person is guilty, I will still follow my job and get him off. Those lawyers are going to be
Right.
screaming when they look at this picture.
No, no. Well, I don't. They might at the end, but there's something about that. Number one, I found that in meeting and speaking with some defense attorneys, one, they get off on getting. Sometimes they will have a physical rush of getting a guilty person off. Two, sometimes they don't make it. People can't do it.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a public defender, I think, and you know, some other defense attorneys, but they have the same deal. The burden of proof is on the accuser.
And you say that's the proper way for it to
And
be.
I agree with that, and I think, you know, and I think it's an honor. You have to defend the accused, and whether or not you think they're guilty or not is not the issue, because you are not in the jury. You're not the jury. You're not that part of it.
Let's talk
There's inequalities in how they're represented, you know, in the law, and you know, judgments by judges, and the, you know, the skills of the attorneys. But you know, that's something to be worked out.
Let's talk about your boss, John Milton's favorite vice. He says it's vanity.
Right.
Now, some people would say this is true of actors, and yet here you are, a very celebrated young actor, but when you go in to talk to Taylor Hackford, he says, I'm going to put you through it. I'm going to put you to work. No room for vanity there, I guess.
Right, but I guess no pain, no gain.
For example, though, what the voice coaching, ballet, what was that all about you had to do?
It was just preparation for the part. That's what I wanted to do.
And what would ballet movements have to do
I was
with
working on his walk and his stature, his presence when he was in court.
Yeah, and the voice?
And his shark. Shark was twofold. Was doing a dialect, trying to decide on dialect, and someone to help me police my dialect, monitor my dialect. And the other was I was just trying. Sometimes when I act, I get kind of flat. So I was trying to free up. The southern accent too helps. Was trying to free up my range.
And finally, I guess you had to visit, or you offered to visit, a lot of lawyers at work.
Yeah, well, I went to court in Los Angeles and in New York and in Jacksonville and in Gainesville.
Is there a lesson in all of this for actors as well, that, you know, there's no time that you cannot learn, that there are new things in a project to do?
Yes, yes, indeed, and that's the good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to conquer a little ego, though, to
Conquer
take that
ego.
on? No?
What do you mean? You mean to say, oh, I don't have to work on this one? I'm
Yeah.
so good. Gosh. I don't know. I guess it depends if you have it or not. I mean, there's some things where, you know, you get asked to do and it's available, then it's available. And if not, then you have to seek.
Meantime, our time is out and those flames are rising behind you there. Can you feel the heat?
No, isn't that weird?
That's very strange. Good to see you.
Okay.